Okay, work. Where do I even begin? This is where it gets tough, right? Because it's just all like, all right, am I ranking this from like number one? So let's just do that. My number one all-time favorite movie would have to be To Wong Foo, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, for very obvious reasons, okay? Because A, it's a movie all about drag. I will honestly never forget the first time that I saw this movie. It was a Saturday. I had just come in from doing chores outside. I think it was like mowing the lawn, and it really sucked because I had like older brothers who had just moved out, and I was like 9 years old having to help my dad mow the lawn, and I was tiny back then, so it was not cute for me. But anyway, I come in just all like, damn, I hated being outside. I had like a little 19-inch TV in my bedroom. I turned the TV on. I'm like flipping through the channels. I come across TBS, and it's right smack dab at the beginning. It immediately opens with Patrick Swayze stepping out of the shower, all like glistening and shirtless in a towel. So naturally, I was like, I'm paying attention to this. He takes a seat at the vanity, and he puts on his little like headband for like holding together wigs, and he's like, ready or not, here comes mama. And then the whole like montage of him, Wesley Snipes, and John Leguizamo getting ready started, and I immediately was like, what the fuck is this? I was like sitting on the edge of my bed. I was like holding my remote in my hand with like the like memory button to go back to a previous channel, just in case my parents walked in and saw me watching this film with all these drag queens. But it was my first time seeing drag queens in film. Wesley Snipes, I'm just gonna say best work in my opinion. Best work. Because I'm like, I know he is this butch ass straight man, but he did his research and really embodied that character, because I was like, Noxeema Jackson, I know her. I know that girl. I know that queen that may be a little bit rough around the edges, but you cannot tell her that she is not the most beautiful, gorgeous, femme, amazing drag queen that you've ever seen. So I was just like, points for him for that, because I absolutely love him in that role. I would say after that, my next favorite film, which is also very close, would be The Color Purple. I can never, ever watch that movie without crying. Just, I mean, it really is top tier when it comes to Black storytelling. I love the character of Celie. I also love all the supporting characters. Well, the women. I love them all because they're so incredible. Sophia and Suge, like Oprah Winfrey is just like unrecognizable in that role. Absolutely love her. And Whoopi Goldberg is just so perfect. The character growth that you witness throughout that film is just amazing and inspiring. She really brought Celie to life in such a tender and loving way. And for that being her first film, like, who makes a debut like that? That just, man, so good. And I remember too, one of my aunts was like, I couldn't watch a Danny Glover project for like 5 years after that movie. She was like, I hated that man so much. Okay, number 3 would have to be Kill Bill Volume 1. I mean, it is a cinematic masterpiece. It was the first Quentin Tarantino film I ever saw. I saw it when it released in theaters, and I just remember being like, I have never seen anything like this in my life. The fight choreography, the cinematography, the storytelling in general. Up until that point, really the majority of representation that I had seen in like action and like fight choreography was through men. And like, you know, I'm always more interested in women's stories. I just find it more interesting. So her, oh God, she was just such a badass. Uma Thurman set the bar so high that it's just like, I don't think that anybody has really been able to top it. You know what? I'm just gonna have to say Sinners. I love horror, love vampires. Just for the sense of pure originality of that film, I mean, Ryan Coogler really did the damn thing with that. The music, obviously, the whole scene where Preacher Boy is playing the guitar and just like, you know, you start to see this crossover of all the different like realms and like all of the ancestors of the people that are under that roof kind of like coming forward in this really beautiful cosmic way. Full body goosebumps watching that scene, because I do believe in that sort of divinity that creatives have, where you can pierce the veil of this natural realm that we can all collectively experience into something that's a lot more higher. I know as a performer, there are times where I'm like on stage and I just kind of feel as if I'm really kind of having a spiritual experience, and that really reminded me of that. And I just loved all the different representations that were in that scene. I love their depiction of the vampires. Even little old Irish vampire dude that was just all like, hey, the KKK, this was all a trap. They're coming in here to get y'all. And like, honestly, if you join forces with us, we can all just like go and get them together. I low-key was sitting in that theater like, he's making some points. He's making some points.